Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Dominic and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Not News, the Nerd News Show. Let's get into the news, shall we? First up on the show, we finally have a release date for the new season of Black Mirror. That's right, the acclaimed anthology series of dystopian speculative fiction returns on October 21st, and all 6 episodes will be released at once on Netflix. Although we have no information about the plot of any of the episodes, we did get some episode titles. Episode 1 will be called JUNIPERO, Episode 2 will be called Shut Up and Dance, Episode 3 will be called NOSEDIVE, Episode 4 will be called Men Against Fire, Episode 5 will be called Hated in the Nation, and Episode 6 will be called The Playtest. Now, due to the prestige of the prior seasons, it's looking like everybody who's anybody wants to peek inside Charlie Brooker's harrowing funhouse, and so some great actors and directors such as Bryce Dallas Howard and Dan Trachtenberg are set to lend their talents to this new season. For those of you who haven't yet had the pleasure of experiencing Black Mirror, I urge you to make it priority number 1. In my opinion, it is a television series without peer in the contemporary landscape, and something that I believe anybody with the slightest interest in transhumanism and the future of mankind as a species will find both gripping and utterly fascinating. Next up on the show, we have some more news about the position of the X-Men in the current look lineup of Marvel Comics. I recently did an episode discussing how it was odd that when Marvel announced their latest lineup of comics, there were no X-Men titles to be found, save one, Death of X. Well, now it seems Marvel are done with all attempts at subtlety and are hitting this one square on the nose. You see, for those in the know, it's been clear for a long time now that because 20th Century Fox have the rights to the X-Men movies, Marvel have been systematically downplaying the significance of everybody's favourite mutants in the comics. They've also been trying to replace the mutants with the very similar, in concepts at least, Inhumans. That's right, the Inhumans are set for the big time, with appearances in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. television series and a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie on the horizon, and all of this at the expense of the X-Men. Well, now in what can only be a direct response to the speculation, Marvel are pitting the two teams against each other with the announcement of Inhumans vs X-Men. I wonder who's going to come out on top on this one. I won't get into the premise of the actual story, but let's just say that the Terrigen Mist that is responsible for creating Inhumans, it turns out now also is responsible for the sterilization of mutants, and it's looking like there's another extinction event on the way for the Homo Superior. Now, you don't have to be Einstein to see the analogy here between this story and Marvel's current cinematic relationship with Fox. I really do hope the X-Men make it out of this okay, but I wouldn't count on it, bub. And that's it for this episode of Not News. Thank you everyone for watching, and please do hit that like button down below if you enjoyed the episode. Please also feel free to share amongst your friends and subscribe to the channel for more content. I've been Dominic, and I'll see you next time.